Hello, you awesome kids. This is the notes for the week of April 19th through the 26th. This one you will be responsible for Act 2, Scene 6, the end of Act 2, and the beginning of Act 3, Scenes 1 and 2. Okay, midterms are on May 4th, so remember that. What does that mean outside reading? You need 300 pages. You guys will have a test next week. We'll cover these scenes, and then you'll have it next week. I will attach a checklist this week to make sure that you are touching on the things that you need to. There's questions that I will include and post today for Act 3, Scenes 1 and 2. And there will be a dramatic irony assignment as well as notes for Act 3, Scene 3 coming your way on Tuesday. Just to kind of like let you know that we will be doing a small writing assignment under the role of dramatic irony in this tragedy, aka what happens in Act 3, Scene 1. All right. This one for the ceremony, as you remember in Act 2, Friar Lawrence has agreed to marry these two teenagers because it would turn your household rancor to pure love. But during the ceremony, he has a very weird vows and a very weird verbiage. He said, these violent delights have violent ends. What does he mean by violent? These two just knew each other hours. So this one, they came together really quick. And the end result of this, he said, is going to be not good. So he says, therefore, love moderately. Basically, you two kids got together really quick. So maybe get to know one another. But there is some overtones of death. And this is something we're going to see later on in the actual story. Now, Act 3, Scene 1, dramatic irony is huge in this scene. No one knows anything or everything in this scene. Remember that in Act 1, Tybalt saw Romeo at the party. He got really mad. We know Romeo was there for love. He thought he was there to mess with the party. So he issued a duel. Mercutio intercepted it. Why? Because he believes that Romeo's so love-struck with Rosaline that he can't fight the Prince of Cats. So he's going to be a stand-in. Romeo has no clue. No one knows that Romeo and Juliet just went through the ceremony that morning. So this one, when Tybalt comes to fight Romeo can't fight him. Why? Because they're cousins. I need you to pay attention to the death of Mercutio and Tybalt. Was it intentional? I will give you a total spoiler. It was an accident, but how? At the very end, sorry. The prince issues a sentence, and it's different than the one that he said was going to happen in Act 1, Scene 1. If you remember that, the morning before on Sunday, they had the fight, and he said if anybody starts a fight in the streets again, they're going to pay with their life. Why does he give Romeo mercy? So what did he sentence him to, and why did he give him mercy? Act 3, Scene 2, Juliet is waiting for her husband to come for the wedding night. If you remember in Elizabethan culture, you were not fully married until you had the wedding night. So she wants Romeo to fully be her husband. The nurse walks in and messes up the news of the tragedy. How does she do this? When Juliet finds out what happened, she has a series of oxymorons. Why does this happen? Why does she go through these series of oxymorons? I will tell you, she moves from Juliet Capulet to Mrs. Montague in this scene. And what do I mean by this? She goes from saying, was I duped by Romeo because I didn't know him very well, to, man, that's my husband you're talking about. She gives a gift to Romeo. She gives a gift to the nurse to give to Romeo to make sure that everything's okay. So I don't have that much time. These are my digits. Make sure that you guys get everything in. If you have any questions, please let me know. Y'all are awesome.